if we talk about primary sector first, primary sector mainly consists of agricultural activities. At that particular time, you could say कि 72.7% of population, more than 70% of population was engaged only in agriculture, that is primary sector only. Okay, agriculture was the principal source of occupation. Agriculture was considered as a large means of subsistence and less as occupation फॉर प्रॉफिट. और यू कुड से कि मैक्सिमम एग्रीकल्चर को सोचा जाता था कि वी हैव जस्ट टू ग्रो द क्रॉप्स, वी हैव टू ईट एंड आर needs are fulfilled, and it was not used as a commercial sector, or you could say कि profit earning के point से it was not thought about. Okay, then coming to our secondary sector. Secondary sector consists of industries. Children, industries, and as we have already discussed that industries were very few at that particular time. Only you could say कि handicraft industries were there, very small scale industries were there, so only 10% of population was engaged in this industrial sector. Fine, as people were not having enough knowledge, okay, and literacy prevailed, so maximum population depended only on agriculture sector as compared to industrial sector. As industries were not there, so secondary sector was also very backward. Now if we talk about the tertiary sector, tertiary sectors means mainly consisted of government services. Okay, then communication, then transport, etc. So all these services, and one more, trade and commerce activities. Okay, all these came under the tertiary sector of India. Okay, so this sector was also not well developed. You could say कि 15% to 17% of population just worked in these sectors, because at that particular time maximum administrative works were done by only the Britishers. Indian people were not involved in that. सो बहुत कम लोगों को टर्शरी सेक्टर में गवर्नमेंट जॉब्स में काम करने का मौका मिलता था. एंड कम्युनिकेशन सेक्टर वॉज नॉट वेल डेवलप्ड. पोस्ट ऑफिस वगैरह में इंडियंस को काम मिल जाता था थोड़ा, because at that particular time these mobiles or internet was not available, only Indian post was available. So बहुत कम लोग उसमें करते थे. जो थोड़े बहुत पढ़े लिखे थे, a little bit literate people, those were engaged in this sector. Transport sector, if we talk about development of railways was there, so a very less percentage of people were engaged in these sectors. Okay, so this reflected unbalanced growth of our economy. Okay, what do you mean by balanced growth, children? What do you mean by balanced growth? Balanced growth means कि when all the sectors of an economy are well developed. Okay, when all the sectors are well developed. Okay, so that economy will be termed as balanced economy. Fine. So what conclusion we get from here? We get a conclusion that India was ultimately a backward economy. Fine, children. So children, our next point is we'll be talking about what was the infrastructure of India. Infrastructure की क्या condition थी during the British colonial rule. So first, what is the meaning of this infrastructure word? It means transport, communication, then banking, power or electricity department, you could say, then housing facilities, and you could say कि ports, etc. What was the condition of these sectors in India? These all come under the infrastructure sector. So as we all know, if we talk about railways, so what was the condition of railways? Railways were not developed by Indians. It was only developed in India by the Britishers. So that was in a developing stage. Okay, and it benefited India. इंडिया को रेलवे सिस्टम ब्रिटिशर्स से ही मिला था. प्रीवियसली इंडिया वॉज नॉट हैविंग एनी सॉर्ट ऑफ रेलवे सिस्टम. So railway system was mainly utilized by the Britishers to carry their goods from one place to another.